Hey everyone, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Sammy and today we are doing Christmas in July. Yes, we are. Now, I know this isn't everybody's jam, so please stick with me because we are still doing everyday home decor on this channel for the month of July. But for those of you who are digging Christmas and in July, let's hop right into these DIYs.
We are going to start this video off with these blocks. I actually used the other half during spring. We are going to use the colors Aviary for our Christmas green, Marquee, and Tarnished Pearl. I'm going to apply one color to each block, and you can see that the coverage of these clay-based paints are absolutely amazing. They had red letters on them, and they covered up so well. Except for the Tarnished Pearl, which is expected, it's a white. I do want to note that DIY paints have several white colors. The Tarnished Pearl is going to have a gray undertone. White Swan is going to be your pure white. We also have Beadboard that has a blue undertone and Vintage Linen, which is my personal favorite. Now we're going to take Amazing Resin. This is resin that cures within 10 minutes. All you have to do is mix a 50-50 ratio of parts A and B. You're going to mix it for about 40 seconds, and then you're going to start pouring it into your molds and seeing the magic work. Now, I didn't know what I wanted to put on my blocks yet, so I just poured a bunch of different molds, and now I'll just have extra to work on other projects in the future. I'm going to be taking Marquee, and I'm going to be painting my molds with the colors that we did our blocks. So again, Marquee, Aviary, and then the Tarnished Pearl. So this set is getting Marquee. Then I'm going to take the Aviary and paint these Christmas trees and little, I think is that holly? I think so. And then some snowflakes we're going to do with Tarnished Pearl. I'm now going to grab my Titebond. This is, I'll say it's like an all-purpose glue. And we are going to apply that with a paintbrush on the back of these. I'm not going to make you watch me do this to every single mold, but what I'm going to do is I am going to, on the back of this piece that you're looking at, there will be more molds. And on the two sides, we're going to be putting stamps. So it's kind of going to be an alternating thing. So after I apply all of them, we're going to grab some IOD stamps, and I am going to put all different stamps, but I wanted them to kind of coordinate with the molds as well. So we got some text on there. We have some snowflakes. I'm not sure which ones are new, old, or retired. I am so sorry. And then we are going to keep on with that theme. I wanted you to be able to get something with every single view of these blocks. No matter how they were facing, there was something for your eye to look at. So after that, I'm going to take my DIY clear wax. And if you all have not tried these waxes, I am going to tell you right now, it is craft changing. Like, your mind will be blown how buttery soft they are and smooth, and how easy they are to work with. So clear wax first. Then I'm going to go in with this dark wax, and I'm going to make sure that I put majority of it on our molds. I'm going to take a microfiber cloth and I am going to wipe that back. I will say the microfiber cloth is so much easier than using a paper towel, because the paper towel tends to get like stuck on the details sometimes and is a little bit more rough. The microfiber cloth was amazing. I'm going to do this to all the molds and the rest of the block as well, so that the look is cohesive with all of that dark wax. After I'm done, you know it would not be a Christmas video from Unicorn Dust Designs if I did not add this gold wax. Pick it up now. All the paint products are available on my website, unicorndustdesigns.com, because if you watched any of last year's videos, I like to put this stuff on everything Christmas related. Okay, it's just my jam. So after I do that to all the molds, all the blocks, this is how they turned out. You guys, they're so absolutely beautiful. Look at all of the detail in the stamps, in those molds, how the dark wax has settled into all of those details and really made them pop. And you don't have to use these as a stack. You can take these blocks and put them separately in different spaces, which I think is really cool, and add them kind of as accessories to vignettes. These, among the other DIYs that I did in the last two videos, will be available on the website. I know some of you asked for the previous DIYs and I completely forgot to list them. So make sure you check the website. The link is in the description box for all of today's DIYs and the last two video DIYs. Now, this beautiful angel was in my booth for 2 years and she would not sell. She does kind of look 90s with like the red color. So let's update her so she fits more people's aesthetic. So we are going to take Salvation Solution, which is a wood stain blocker, and I am going to put that all over her. She has color, she's some kind of wood, and I didn't want to take the chance of tannins poking out through my white. After that, I'm going to take White Swan, which is our pure white, and I'm going to do a messy coat first, and then I'm going to go back in with a second coat, making sure to stipple, just because I don't know why brush strokes bother me. So if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Sammy. Brush strokes bother me. So I like to stipple on. Now I'm going to take some of these new stamps, and there's like this piece of like filigree, and it looks very like flowy, and it was very minimal. So I'm going to take some gold paint, and then I'm going to pounce that onto my stamp and then apply it to her dress. I'm going to go around her dress, and I'm going to be doing this at different heights all the way around. Her dress just needed like some kind of detail to it, and look at how pretty that looks. Very whimsical. It's not too much. Now I'm going to take, after that paint dries, the DIY clear wax, put that all over her. Then, of course, my gold wax, and I'm going to start putting that on all the details on the base, and then I'm going to hit those very hard lines in her dress to almost create like a shadow effect, so you could really see all of the details pop out. And I'm going to do this all over her dress and her hair. I'm leaving her face completely alone. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm also going to hit those wire wings, which are detachable, and I'm going to hit that with some of that gold wax as well. And she turned out stunning. She looks gorgeous in this white and just the little bit of gold. I didn't go too much on like the dress. I just wanted to create kind of some shadowing, and then that little detail in her dress is beautiful. If you love this angel, please comment with the emoji with the little halo on top of its head there. But I like her, and I think she's going to fit with so many people's decor now that she is this color.
Hopping back in to see how you're enjoying this Christmas in July video. If you want to see more of Christmas in July, make sure you comment with a Christmas tree emoji. That'll let me know that you guys are digging this content, and I'll be sure to create more of those in the month of July. You guys, if you're digging the content, if you're digging me, if you're digging the DIYs, then make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Commenting is an absolutely free way you can help your girl out here on YouTube. All of my links for the paint products are down in the description box. And you guys, I wanted to remind you, especially talking about Christmas, because this could be your Christmas gift from your family or something. Bree from Upcycled by Bree and I, we are hosting For the Love of Junk weekend. Y'all, there are limited tickets available. We are taking a party bus. We are thrifting. Then we are going over to the Lewisburg Market Street antique mall that I have my booth in, and we are going to be crafting the day away. We are going to get lunch catered in. We are going to have a meet and greet. We are going to have so much fun. And you guys, go over to Bree's website. I'll leave the link down in the description box. If you want a little bit more of the nitty gritty of details, it's in the ticket listing. And keep in mind too that Bree's website offers payment installments. So you don't have to like pay all at once, which is awesome. And you can tell your friends and your family if they want for Christmas, they could chip in and get you that ticket. So you guys check that out. That is in the description box. And let's get back into these DIYs.
Gonna get back into our molds once again. I got this planter at Savers for $2.49. I actually have a couple of them, so you might see that one pop up in a video again. I'm going to use cornstarch to put on my mold so that our air dry clay does not stick. And I'm also going to use one of the new molds for this piece. However, I'm not going to use the entire mold. You'll see what I'm talking about later. So I'm going to take my DOS air dry clay that is in my Amazon store link down in the description box. I really love this clay. It stays nice and wet, it doesn't dry out, and it's very easy to work with. I am just pulling all of the excess clay out of my mold, and then I'm going to turn it around and be super careful because these antlers are very delicate. And then I'm going to get that Tite Bond wood glue, a paintbrush, and I'm going to brush that on to all of the details on my reindeer. Now it's looking wonky, but don't worry, we're okay. I just take a paintbrush and I'm going to manipulate that clay mold. That is what is nice about these molds, is you can manipulate them however you want them to look. So I'm going to fix that. Then taking these, I'm cutting them down, and I'm only using actually half of the mold that it was originally, if that makes sense. And now I'm going to take those molds, and again, I'm just manipulating it to look how I want it to look up against the reindeer. And I'm going to do that to both sides. So I'm going to do it on the alternating side as well. And then I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. After it dries up, I'm going to take aviary and we're going to paint this entire piece. Make sure to paint the bottom too. When you get to your molds, you want to make sure that you're a little bit more delicate. My molds are still wet, so they're still pliable. So I want to make sure that I'm not going too hard with my paintbrush to distort the details on it. Painting your molds while they are also wet will help with cracking. Now that that's done, I'm going to take a baby wipe, and I'm doing this because it has some crackle in it. The original planter was gold, so I just wanted a little bit of that to come back through because you guys know I love gold. Okay, now again, clear wax. You guys see my theme here. I like clear wax. And now we're going to take white wax. We're going to focus a lot of that white wax on top of our molds because that is where I want it to stick the most. And then I'm going to take that paintbrush and I'm going to stipple that white wax on throughout the entire planter because I want everything to be cohesive. I'm going to take a paper towel and wipe it back, and you can see that crackle come through. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to wad up that paper towel, and then I'm going to get in between the details. So you can see how I get like a little piece, and then I'm able to buff it out in between the molds. And of course, I'm taking gold, but I'm only going to put it on the little scrolly parts over on the side. And then I'm going to pop a Christmas tree in there and we are done. Now, on the camera, you can't see all the details on the reindeer's face, but in person, you could really see the eyes, the nose, and all that. But I love this, and I think it looks so good. And you could use it for so many other things in a Christmas tree, but I thought it was gorgeous. Let me know if you guys want more Christmas in July videos by commenting with a Christmas tree. I appreciate you all spending your time with me, and please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you are digging this channel. I hope you all have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon.
I got this, okay? Look it. It's that time. I've had it hanging up, waiting. I like them real thick and sprucey. Isn't that so fun? Because it's Christmas time in July. That's right.
Hey there, girl.
No!